Surely he's in the neighborhood, so generally just learning to celebrate them.
Taking me. What do you mean? Like, how are you challenging my desire to be
For real.
made whole?
Life. Those things are not meant to bless you alone. They're meant to bless people in your community. Let's go.
Hi, friends.
I'm Nana.
I'm Bree.
I'm Sandra.
And you're welcome to
Faith and Friends podcast.
So we are from the Piccadilly PIWC Church base here in Manchester. And as young people in the church, we meet here on this podcast to talk all things faith, lifestyle, and culture.
Every week, we invite a friend to have these conversations with us. And we hope that as you listen, it inspires you to start these conversations with your friends as well.
So join us on this journey as we explore all these topics. Get a friend on board and don't forget to follow us on our socials.
Make sure you follow us.
Stay tuned.
Hi, friends.
Welcome to season 2 of the Faith and Friends podcast.
We're back.
We're back and better. It feels like we've been doing this for a while now.
Yeah.
You know, we
It's
have
just pilot, please. It was
We
not
just
before.
started. We just arrived.
You need to encourage
No.
yourself a little bit more, okay? You know, we're experts.
No, in 2024, I'm no grief
We
for
don't
any,
agree. We don't agree.
no grief for any
agree.
sort of self, like we're
Motivational
getting there. We're
speech.
getting
Oh
there.
my
We're getting
gosh.
there.
Anyways, guys, apologies if I cough. You know, I'm still recovering from the holidays.
Wait, is it okay? Holidays.
From
I
the
thought I
holidays.
thought it was praying too much. That's
No,
how. Okay.
you know, just recovering from the holidays.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go
Too
for
much.
holiday?
You know, I was here the whole time. I had
You went to
COVID.
London. You went to
Well, I
London.
went to London, and I
That
I
doesn't
had
count as a
COVID.
holiday, though.
But
I mean,
it does.
in-house.
she left Manchester.
I do traveling a bit. You know, I do tourists taking
Okay.
pictures here and there,
Okay.
and you know, I did something. What did you do?
What did you do?
So yeah, in this episode, no, my wife's family came over from
Okay.
Sweden, so we were hosting them. It was quite nice, And you know what happened? They've never seen me on stage at church before.
Yeah.
So obviously, what do you call it? 31st night,
Yeah.
I was put on program to
Yeah.
lead prayers,
You
And-
fired us.
Decided.
and they they started you're like, Nana, that was interesting. Like, oh, you do this.
Oh
and,
my gosh.
and yeah, they've taken videos, and
Oh.
I'm sure my parents-in-law have seen this.
Oh.
You
Or
were
maybe
loving
they'll
it.
see it very soon. But yeah, it was just interesting because they had not seen me in that element
Yeah.
before. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was nice to have them around, and yeah, hopefully we'll go see them at some point in Sweden as well.
Hopefully,
So yeah,
pack them bags.
It's
What about
quite
you,
nice.
Sandra?
What did I do?
What did you do?
What did I do? I was home.
Oh,
Yeah.
the whole
I mean,
time?
just family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
she's got a big family, so
Yeah.
one,
I
guys,
mean,
huge.
yeah. It was alright.
it was all right.
It was alright. I'm trying. It feels like January has lasted for
45 days.
January has
Today is
lasted.
the
January has-
45th day of January.
It feels so long ago. But what did I actually do? Yeah, I was just chilling, just taking a break after uni. So it was just.
Oh yeah, you graduated, so
Oh yeah!
congrats.
Congratulations! We've got a graduate here.
Yes.
Masters in what? Mental health.
Mental health
nurse?
nursing.
Okay,
My
okay.
gosh, the master people will get there. Me
What are you
too.
doing, masters, Brie?
We will master soon. It's okay. Okay, we will
Or you want to
master
get
soon.
married
In
first?
Jesus' name, we
yeah.
will master soon in Jesus' name.
Wait,
okay?
Amen.
marriage. Okay, I feel like we're okay. Let's get to this
Let's
episode.
get to the topic. Let's get to this episode,
Yeah.
okay? So today,
Yeah.
we thought it would be good for us to just gonna talk about things that we want to leave in 2023 and things that we want to do a bit more this year,
2024.
2024. Yeah. So pretty much, I think I just want us to have just a chilled, intimate conversation, like kind of like analyzing our lives and maybe things that we did, perhaps in our walk with God, relationships, like finances. What are some of the stuff that you are leaving in 2023? Like you're not trying to do this year. What are we doing different this year?
What are we doing different this
Mhm.
year? I think. What are we doing different this year?
Are you doing anything different this year?
I mean, yeah, that's,
Well,
like,
that's the question.
Because sometimes,
That's the question.
Sometimes it
Yeah,
works
yeah.
well. I mean, for the people that it works well for, congratulations, you hack life. I can't relate. What am I doing different this year? I think on a personal level,
yeah.
not selling myself short.
What does that mean, though?
Define.
So, I think for me, doing all the things I do, it was easy to kind of discount how much I could do, and kind of sell myself short in that sense. So saying no to things, not because I didn't have capacity to do them, but just because I was in my feelings and I just felt like I couldn't do it. Yeah, not allowing my feelings to stop me from doing things.
So you feel like there's more in you that you want to unleash.
Keyword.
The word that we
Keyword.
will rinse out this year.
Keyword.
But yeah, I think so, definitely. I think it's hard because I'm doing a lot, but at the same time, what I want to do more of this year is managing what I'm doing better, so that what I'm doing is actually fruitful rather than just being all over the place and then just being in my feelings and not.
And what are you gonna do different? Because I feel like sometimes it's so easy to say this, but emotions, child.
Your feelings be coming for you all the time.
When they step in. Like, how are you gonna do things different then?
To be fair, I'm saying that, and
we're in January, maybe.
Honestly, no. I mean, even
She's not got there yet.
No, even this week was a perfect example of it.
Oh yeah.
What happened?
What had happened?
What had happened
was, so I was put down to preach.
She
week.
preached a word today.
God did, and I just felt like I didn't have anything to say. And I mean, granted, for me, it's always like, God speak through me. But still, I just felt like I didn't have anything. And
wait, was that, sorry to cut you, but was that humility or was that a lack of confidence?
Chai. He said, were you humble?
No, because the two ones, right?
No,
There's a part where you get to the point of God. I really, even though you read your Bible and you're consistent, you're like, God, I really don't. That can be the humble side. And there's also the confidence aspect where, because you've not done this before, it can feel like it's too much. Because you probably don't want to communicate that in those words, you probably say, "Oh, I don't have anything to say," but maybe it's actually a confidence issue. You probably do have something to say.
No. I think it was definitely a combination of both, and it was a lot of my feelings, and just I think because I do so much, sometimes imposter syndrome is real, guys, and it was really like, what do I actually have to say? Do I actually have anything to say? And so I was definitely in my feelings, and
But you came out.
I mean, if you ask Bree, as of last night,
girl,
I was considering not turning up.
When I tell you,
and what are you gonna text you and say, "Hey, man, I'm not gonna make it to church"?
That's what she was planning on doing.
Not even. I mean, to be fair, I was just praying that Pastor would just message me and be like, "Sandra, I have a word from God."
You know the ones where you have to go out with your friend and you don't want to go and they cancel. You're like, oh, it's okay. That's fine.
You're all right.
Yeah.
No, I was even praying that someone would come and visit. You know how some apostle comes. Oh, let's change program.
But but doing it now, like, how do you feel after?
How do I feel? I mean, I guess from feedback I received, it was good. But personally, I guess I'm very critical. So I think it was okay. There's more to do. The more, it's a lot. Sometimes you just want to be a baby girl and not do it.
Pat yourself on the back.
Yeah, I think it was a reminder that what I do in terms of my craft is completely different. Like preaching and doing spoken words is a world apart. And you just can't compare the two. But also, it was a reminder that it's God's work. So I've got to give it to God and, push my feelings aside.
Well done for coming through.
Honestly, you did well.
Thank you.
We can definitely take that.
I think, that's all I'm doing.
So keyword unleash. I mean, and by the way, that's the theme for, or the key word for our church in this season of 2024 is to be unleashed as a people, right? So, and honestly, right from the 31st of December, it's just been hitting me, just from that service. I feel so strongly that God really wants to unleash a lot of things in us.
You were on fire that day.
I mean, that aside, it's just carried through. And I'm really looking forward to the testimonies that are going to come throughout the year. Because, look, a lot of us have a lot of things in us that need to be fanned into flame so that they can come to life. Those things are not meant to bless you alone. They're meant to bless
That's
people
right.
Yeah.
in your community,
That's right.
in your workplace. So come out of your shell and
Oof.
go for it. And
A word.
go for it.
A
'Cause
word to somebody.
I went to ourselves, even. I went to
100%.
myself, because you can hold back a lot sometimes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you can get into that path of just being busy doing a lot. But
Mm-hmm.
and I like what you said. Are you being actually productive?
Fruitful.
'Cause
Yeah.
you have to take an audit of your life and see, okay, I'm spending a lot of time doing this. Is it actually reaping any good fruits for me?
Yeah.
We all need to be able to do that. And so for me, that's what I really want to carry into this 2024. I don't want to do too much,
Yeah.
You go gree.
I don't want to do too much. There's more benefit in doing very little
Yeah.
really well
Scale back.
than doing a lot of things, at a very subpar level,
Yeah,
right? So
for sure.
the few things that you put your hands to, you do them really well.
Really well.
Really well. So whether that is this podcast,
Hey.
A word to somebody.
Hey.
whether that is this podcast, whether that is, being Poseidon elder, whether that
Mhm.
is being a married man,
Hey. We
do
will
that
hear it
too.
every
He will
episode.
kill us with this marriage.
But I am married.
Guys, if
Anyway.
marriage was personality trait, Nana would be.
Even before I got married.
So yeah, whatever I put my hands to, really do it well and
Yeah.
and help others get to that point as well. Because
Mhm.
I'm so gingered up. Like I really want to see people come out of their shell.
Yeah.
And I love how people look when they finally reach that place where they start doing the things that they knew they could always do, but they were so
struggling to get
they were still struggling
Yeah.
to get to that phase.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me that's really what I want to see what 2024 brings for us.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I think even just kind of hearing what all of you guys were saying, I think definitely something that I am leaving in 2023. Lack of persistence and lack of consistency.
We all struggle with that, Bree. So it's
Yeah,
not
I
what
was
you're
gonna-
alone.
I was gonna go
Like
there.
it's actually bad. Like to the point where like I think at least with my in my walk with the Lord, I think one of the things that I realized is that say like I ask something
Yeah,
and that I don't get it. Maybe I ask a second time,
yeah,
perhaps a third time.
You
If I
just drop
it's
it
like,
there.
I drop it. Like,
yeah.
it
But why
maybe-
do you drop it? Is it because you're like,
I think on one hand, I kind of came to see that one, it was just a bad habit that developed. Secondly, as well, I think it was also fear of disappointment.
Yeah.
I think that really hit home because I think I never actually just deep that, like I don't want to be disappointed. So let me just not
Set
ask,
my
just in case it doesn't happen.
expectations.
I'm like, I'm not disappointed. I knew it wasn't going to happen anyway. Do you feel?
Yeah.
So I think it was really just a thing of like, genuinely, like what the Bible story that the Holy Spirit just kind of reminded me of was the one of like the persistent widow.
the widow and the
Okay.
judge?
That's literally my favorite one.
Relentless.
As in, she did not give up. Sis said, "You gonna hear me? You gonna bring
Yeah.
justice to me today." And
Yeah.
she tried, and she kept on trying. She kept on trying. So I think for me, it was just a gentle reminder to just keep on knocking,
Yeah.
even when there's not an answer. Don't give up so easily. And I looked at my life and I realized that on my days, like I don't just do that in my walk with God. I actually do that in so many other areas in my life as
Right.
well. Like even in terms of like perhaps let's say career.
Yeah.
If I feel like it's not working, like I
Ciao.
would give up, drop quick. Me,
Pack your
I
bags and
am
go.
literally minister of I cannot come and kill myself. Like
Yeah.
go on kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I think if anything, like God was just like, no, you need to drop that because you actually have to push. You have to go outside of your comfort zone
Right.
and just like push, even if like it might be hard, even if you're going through so much. So I think personally for me is literally just like having that persistency of like,
Yeah.
no, I am not giving up right away until Lord you tell me drop it.
That's
like
right.
if not,
Yeah.
I'm keeping on pushing. So I think
Yeah.
like kind of hearing you
Just a
guys.
question.
Wait on the Lord.
Do you think you give up because you have options?
That's a good one.
Because sometimes if I'm praying to God for whatever A, right?
Okay.
Let's say A, and A is not coming,
Yeah.
and I know that B can, perhaps help in a
Yeah.
way. I might as well, because I don't have to pray to get B because I already have access to B.
Yeah.
So sometimes I think we and you wouldn't say that you don't believe in God.
Yeah.
Your words will not be, oh, no. It's like,
I trust you.
I
Let
trust
your
you.
will be done.
I trust you, but I'm gonna go for B
Yeah.
because I can hold on to B
To
because B
B.
is there. I can feel B.
Yeah.
B is tangible. So, do you think it's because sometimes you have
Yeah.
options and that's why?
I don't think that's the case. I think the case that specifically comes to me, like the example that I can think of at least in my life. So throughout last year, I was going through a lot in terms of health wise,
Yeah.
been through so many doctors, and till this day, there's no answer, by the way.
Right. Right.
And I think for me, it was really hard because I think it was like, Lord, healing, praying for healing. God, like, I want to be healed. I want to be made whole. And it's like, I don't know what's going on. I'm not hearing from you. Doctors don't know what's going on. But then one thing I think I realized is at some point I'd become, quote, quote, used to what I was living in, that I didn't stop praying for healing. That even when they'll be like, come to a front for healing, I said, Lord, how many times do you want me to go to the front? I'll be there once, twice, three. These people know my name. It's every day, go front for healing. Yep, I'm not seeing the result. So I literally just like dropped it. I was like, Lord, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, if this is how things are going to be, so be it. And I think even as like the year was coming to an end, it was definitely something that without realizing, like the Holy Spirit just like your faith, like you've literally stopped believing that I can do this. You've stopped believing that I can heal you. I don't know. You will heal me when you want to heal me. You will do it. God would, even when people were trying to encourage me, I mean, sister, God will heal me when He wants to heal me. Like, don't pressure me into going to the front.
Don't pressure me into healing.
Don't pressure me into healing. When God wants, He will do. And there's a truth in that statement, but there was also the other reality that I had not accepted, which was, you need more faith.
Yeah.
Like, you think you trust God until He actually puts you in that place where He is your only option. Like, He's the only one that can do it. Surely doctors couldn't do it because I'm still, going through the same thing. Yeah. And I think it was generally one of those where it's like, Lord, even as I am waiting for you to make me whole, waiting for you to heal me, what does it look like for me to trust you on a day-to-day basis? That is a journey that I'm still like, it's still ongoing journey and I'm still having to learn. And the biggest thing I've literally had to come to just surrendering. When I don't have faith, Lord, help me to believe.
Right.
Because right now I'm really struggling to believe. This is what I'm seeing. I want to believe that you can be able to do it. And it's so beautiful because every time that I'll pray that prayer, maybe He would drop like a Bible verse to encourage me. Or even like, you go on TikTok and Instagram and someone will share their testimony. I said, Lord, you done it for my sister. Oh, Lord, you can do it for me. You can do it for me. And it's generally like just hearing people literally coming out to testify has just been such a massive push. So I feel like for me, it wasn't even that I had option, because in this case, He was my only option. It's just that literally lack of faith. That I thought I had. If you ask me, I believe. But it's literally when you're put through that situation, they're like, no, Lord, help me trust you deeper. Help me know that you are God. That if they ask me who my Lord is, I can say, this is who you are. So I think, it's definitely like, it was a faith thing for me.
No, I love that. There's a lot you can learn from rock bottom.
It just pushes you to a different place. But even then, I think it's really interesting because even as humans, like while you were talking, what came to mind was the man at the pool. Jesus was literally like, do you want to be made whole? What do you mean?
Man gave.
What do you mean? I am sat here.
Question.
People are going before me when the pool is stirred. I don't have anyone to take me. What do you mean? Like, how are you challenging my desire to be made whole? But really and truly, it was a question of faith because you can be in that position and want to be made whole. But actually, do you really desire it? Are you going to do what it takes? And even in your waiting, what is your posture? Because I guess by that time, he's just gotten used to you just sitting on that mat. That mat was his whole life. And when you've just been in something for so long, it's just so hard to like actually push yourself out and just be like, God, I trust you. And actually step out of the boat and be like, let's do this, God. Because you don't know how it's going to happen. You don't know when it's going to happen. But God still wants us to be in that posture of, I actually trust you and I'm going to hold your hand and we're going to work together. It's just hard, man.
It is.
When you get to the point where you grow numb to those feelings, like you don't mind. Have you ever spoken to someone who is so accustomed to grief that they don't even know. They
That's
just
their reality.
that's the reality.
Yeah.
So anything you can't pull them out of it. They're just like,
That's what's up.
yeah, that's me. It's
Yeah.
like the moment your pain becomes your identity,
Sure.
it takes you to a different place, right?
Yeah.
You can't even speak a word of faith over those people because
No.
it's
Yeah.
like, no, this is
No.
my pain. They tend to own it. It's like
Yeah.
I dare say a certain level of pride in it.
Yeah.
It's so internalized
is.
that
I dare say a
that's who
certain
they
level
are.
of
It is.
pride in it. Like you don't know my pain.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah,
relate.
you can't relate. And no, I can't relate, but someone has to point.
But Jesus can.
Yeah, absolutely. So maybe never get to that point.
In Jesus' name,
Amen.
amen. In
Amen.
Jesus' name,
Amen.
amen. And I think that
Amen.
also kind of links to like what I want to, do a bit more this year.
Okay, tell us.
Which is obviously apart from being a bit more intentional and consistent. I'm literally trying not to like give up every 2 seconds. I'm working on it.
Amen.
If you know this one,
Hallelujah.
if you know
I'm
this one,
trying. Okay, I'm a
you
work
know
in
this
progress.
one.
I'm gonna take this part of the clip and
No.
play it to you every time you tell me I'm quitting something.
Oh
Nana,
my God.
Nana,
No, it's good.
I
you
want
actually
to.
said
I want
it.
to leave.
I want to leave. Anyways, definitely then. But I think another part as well is generally just like this year, having more faith and trusting that God is a miracle worker.
Yeah.
That He is the one that defies like the odds. Like it doesn't matter what you're seeing. Like He can do a complete switch and change it. I think I've just become so accustomed to like my reality or like the people around me that I think one of the things that I'm really like not looking to or like not putting as much emphasis on is like He's a miracle worker. Like He can change your situation like this.
Yeah.
When He does, like it will like amaze you. I think I'm just so used to and accustomed to like, even when people share their testimony, sometimes you become so used to testimonies that you actually don't realize like the meaning
power
behind
behind
it.
Yeah.
Like He's done it for someone, He can do it
Do it for-
again.
yeah.
This is God that did this. I feel like we've just come to like a culture where because we have access to so many things, you see,
Information.
this one got married, this one got proposed
It's
to, this one
become
God
had a
of
child.
both,
It's
please
normal.
do it
Like,
for
it's
us.
such a blessing, and it's actually a testimony and testifies of who God is.
Yeah.
So I think if anything, even just being more intentional, I just like literally like appreciating God and sitting in His presence and just kind of like just appreciating like who God is and all that like He's doing, not just for me but the people around me. It takes a certain grace and love to like celebrate what's going on in other people's like lives, especially
when you are still
praying
waiting.
and you're still waiting.
No, that's a very good point.
No, it takes a lot of
Other day I
grace.
was thinking about it. It's easy for you not to be jealous of someone when you already have what the person's got.
Yeah, you can relate.
I've been there. Like, my brother's getting married very soon. Not my brother, one of my brothers in the church is getting married. It's like, I'm married. So I was like, I'm happy.
cool.
We're going to God. Like, So, yeah, it's like, I've already got what you already have. But when to be able to clap for other people when,
You don't
Yeah.
have it
and just a
yet.
quick lesson that I learned just this past year. I was reading this article on jealousy, and it was just saying how you can have these two feelings can coexist:
Yeah.
a feeling of jealousy and a feeling of gratitude on behalf of
The person.
on behalf of the person.
Yeah.
To just say, look, I'm grateful that you're having your season of breakthrough.
Yeah.
But you can also have a feeling of jealousy in that moment as well.
Yeah.
And it's not bad. I learned that it's a natural emotion. So when you feel it, it's different from when you start to dwell on it and you start
Yeah.
making excuses in your head like, oh, they're only getting married because, they went
and
after the
that.
guy.
Yeah.
Or they're only
Yeah.
getting that job because they did something shady.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that's another lesson. So, yeah, let's keep clapping for people who are winning in areas we are not, but
Yes.
aspire to win.
Literally,
Yes.
100%.
What's your experience with that?
The past
Do
2
we
weeks.
need another episode?
The past 2 weeks, we have
That is gonna
suffered.
be
We
another
have
episode
suffered.
because there is so much that I can say.
Nah, I
like
think
I
so.
can literally go an hour about this because that is something that God is teaching me every
Yeah.
day. Like even I think like recently, recently I was just kind of sat back and I was analyzing my life and I was like, Lord. There is so much that is going on. I'm still doing what you've asked me to do.
Yes.
I love that you're doing great things for the people around me.
Yeah.
But Lord, it's like my prayer points. I'm not seeing them answered here, but left, right, center, wherever I look, they're being answered for other people.
Yeah.
And I think God was literally teaching me, like, learn to celebrate other people. And as you were saying, the two feelings can coexist. And it's hard to the point where, like, I remember at some point, like, one of the things that God did to actually, like, help me, like, move out from, like, oh, don't be jealous, but actually celebrate people, is praying for them. Like, generally just being like, okay, this person is getting married. You want to get married? Cool. Pray for them for 1 week. Make sure you intercede for them, that their marriage will go well, that, that God will continue to, like, bless them and pour upon them. This person is going to move out. You want to move out? Like, pray for them, like, generally. And I think that put me in a position of, like, just being more humble. And just kind of be like, okay, God, like, because at some point it's also a bit of pride. Like, God was literally like, why? This is pride, because why do you why do I have to do it for? Who are you? But for real, like, why is it that I have to do it for you
at this point in time?
And because you're not seeing it within your time frame, then it's an issue. Because that's the thing that we normally put. We put God in a time frame, or like 100%. The things that we want. I'm like, okay, God, I want to do this by this day, by this day, by this day. So when it's not, the time frame is like, it's past though. It's gone, like, no. 1 year, 2 years, after that, what's going on here? So I think, if anything, it's still something I'm still learning. Like, if God is doing it for the people around you, learn to celebrate them. Surely He's in the neighborhood.
God is in the neighborhood.
Surely He's in the neighborhood. So generally just learning to celebrate them and voicing those out as well to the people around you. Like, one of my great friends, I remember, like, she shared this fantastic news with me, and like, we literally spent an hour celebrating her, and after she was like, what's up? And I was like, this is how I'm feeling. And we you
told her you're feeling
not jealous, but I told her, I was like, this is making me feel left behind in a sense. And then we now spend another half an hour
that's
of
good.
her encouraging me.
That's good.
Like, she literally was able to, like, put her celebration aside to be
that's a good friend.
Now I need to be a friend to you and speak life into you. I finished that conversation, I was like, oof, girl, you are great, because now we can celebrate 100%. And now I know that, that God is actually in the neighborhood, that He can do it for me the same way He's done for you. So I think it also takes a level of, like, maturity for someone
100%.
to be able to be like, let me put this aside and actually be there for you as a friend. But do you have any experience in?
I love what you said about addressing it, because, like you said, the past couple of weeks, rough. But I think even, like, aside relationship, we are tired.
Tired.
I think even going back to, like, last year for me, like, I didn't know if I was gonna graduate, let's be honest. And seeing everyone around me graduating, it was literally like, God, how do I do this?
You told everyone, oh, we're graduating soon, so we're waiting for the party.
I was in such a sticky position because I have, like, literally, like you said, I had spoken this. For me, I was speaking.
We all knew.
I've spoken it into
my calendar.
existence.
Sandra's graduation party.
In it, I've spoken this into existence, and yet my reality is different. And I'm seeing everyone around me graduate, and he was literally like, oh, God. But again, like Bree said, addressing it is what brings the change, because if you're quiet about it, or you just put it to one side, it's just there, and it just grows, and the feelings just change, and it actually becomes jealousy, and you're just poisoning your heart in a sense. But once you start to address it, it's a
feelings left unaddressed become poison.
Literally, you are poisoning yourself. Like, you're thinking about other people, but really it's affecting you. And once you start addressing it, and I think it was very important for me to, like, address it with God and also with the people around me. That's where I found encouragement. That's where, I was able to even find a place of safety to even pray and intercede, because best believe, if I kept quiet, I don't even know if I would have.
The feelings will eat you up. It's so freeing when you're able to tell that truth.
It just leaves you.
And usually on the other side, the person is also very welcoming. I love what your friend did. It's like, oh, my friend is feeling this way. I want to be there for her as well. So, it's that moment where you just free yourself from that burden of hiding that feeling. It's like, No, that's really good. That's really good.
And in this conversation, I actually have included some of our friends as well.
Yep.
So some of our friends also shared their opinions, and thoughts on things that we should leave in 2023 and then do a bit more this year in 2024. And I just wanted us to just share a few and just comment on a few realistically. So one of the main things that I think came up was someone said we should leave the God told me in 2023, especially on social media. When you open TikTok and someone will be like, I have a message for you. God said that this and this and that. And they were like,
if you're seeing this,
they're like, this is a sign. And they were like, sometimes that the word is for you, not for everyone. Well, so someone literally said that we need to stop, like, just kind of jumping and wanting to, like, share. Like, what
to
you
be
guys
fair,
do we share a lot?
I have a perfect example.
Okay.
What?
Actually, no. I don't know. This is too much. TMI.
Wait, what?
No,
I'm interested.
I'm interested, yeah.
I've told you this.
What happened?
I've told you this. Remember this summer, I saw this video about relationship. Or if you see this video, you shouldn't be in this relationship. And I saw it at a certain time in my life. Oof. And I was actually like, God, is this you? Is this you? Is it not? Yeah, long story short.
Yeah, was the prophecy right or not?
Was it correct?
It was correct.
It was correct.
But did it actually apply to me, or did I just see a random video?
Okay.
No, but that's why you need discernment, though.
Exactly. I think, I'm not saying it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that it's very easy for us to buy into things because we consume so much. Whether it applied to me or not,
yeah,
it wasn't exactly the situation. It was just, relationship, it clicked, this is what I'm going through. So it must be for me.
Mm-hmm.
And if it was not, then it's just, I'm just putting myself through something that I don't have to put myself through. And yeah, I mean, when you hear something on social media, check with God.
Yeah.
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 I mean, you could be getting all your sermons from social media.
No, but some people actually do.
No,
then that's wrong. It's like you have to steward yourself. You can't put a limit on gatekeep what people are going to say on social media, because there's always going to be prophecies.
Yeah.
There's always going to be people saying a lot of different things. God told me, and some people God told them, some people God did not. And even when God did, it's not for everyone. So you need to have that discernment and walk in,
100%.
Be guided by the Spirit of God. You're a child of God. You can't just be taking in everything that comes to you. Like,
I think it's also,
that's me. Oh, that's the word for me. It's like, if someone says, well, your wife is about to, break up with you, it's like, should I just listen to that and go and tell my lovely wife, babe, are you about to?
I heard this on social media.
Yeah, so I was like, you need to have some sense.
No, 100%. I think the key word is discernment. Like, have discernment. It's not every word that you say.
Know God for yourself and stop.
That's the thing. 2024, know God for yourself. It's not every day what other people are saying, but know God for yourself.
Yeah.
And I think another thing that they said, and I think this also kind of tied into this actually, and one of the things that I think one of our friends mentioned that they want us to, as Christians, we should be doing more this year, is being still.
Wait on the Lord has been the word for the season.
Wait on the Lord.
Wait on the Lord.
Oh, He will renew your strength. He will renew your strength, because generally it's needed. But I think they made an example and they were like, pretty much, like, especially lately, there's a lot going on, and people are like, maybe I should be moving, maybe I should be dancing, maybe I should be doing
Let's just be in people's DMs
and stuff, and it's like,
oh Lord,
and it's like, no, be still, like, just because I feel like God moves in our lives differently. Just because it went through, 100%. It went like this for someone doesn't mean that it has to go like this for you as well.
It's not the cheat code, guys.
Do not
it's
DM
not the
any
cheat
man
code.
or woman of God and send them a video of yourself dancing.
Guys, apply wisdom.
God of Moses, please do it for us.
If you're led though, you can feel free to send that video.
Like, literally apply wisdom. And I think that when they said be still, that for me was like, oh my gosh, like, just wait, stop, pause. What is the Lord actually saying to you? Like, what is God telling you to do right now? Don't just follow the mass just because everyone is doing. Maybe yes, this is their time for them to be doing that, and this is also your time for you to be doing what you're doing right now and what you're called to do right now. So not just like, don't scatter.
I mean, that's a sign of lack of self-awareness. It's like,
in a sense,
you do not know yourself. When you don't know where you're going, every other place sounds fine.
Fantastic. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, if you notice in your own life, my own life, when I don't make plans for a day,
Yeah.
when someone calls me up and says, okay, let's do this, because I've not made
You
plans,
go.
the tendency of me going to that place is
Yeah.
quite
You
high.
go.
But if you've already made plans for your
Yeah.
life, if you're still, or you know where God is taking you
Yeah.
through in a particular season,
100%.
you're not just
You're not
swayed
gonna
by
move, yeah.
every thing that becomes the
Yeah.
next popular thing. Like,
yeah. Man.
I mean, with social media, I think we just so inclined to consume so much.
Yeah.
And you don't do
Consume
that to your
less.
body.
'Cause,
Literally,
yeah,
you
spend
don't
more
do
time
that
in
to
prayer.
your body. So
Yeah.
why should we do that? Why
social
are we
media.
not kind of protecting
Mhm.
our eye and ear gates? That
Yeah.
you don't know what you're consuming and what that is bringing to your life. So yeah, apply wisdom this year.
100%. 100%. I mean, man, I've loved sharing all of this. This has made me really kind of like reflect even more
yeah.
on like my year, as you guys were kind of saying things that you wish to do different this year.
Yeah.
And I think just to kind of like then wrap up, like, what is one advice that you'd give to all our listening friends this year? If you had to give them one advice, what would it be?
Sandra, will start.
Nana loves to pick
Why
on
is
Sandra.
Sandra?
Okay.
She
I
gave a word
think-
today, so she has more
Oh,
in
yeah.
her.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grace, come on.
Should I
Go.
there?
Look into
Go,
the
go,
camera
go,
and
go.
give them
I
a
think
word.
what
In the eyes. Look.
Give them a word.
Allow God to convict you. What we're sharing today was basically, it's easy to have opinions or to be led by opinions, but allow God to actually convict you. So whether that is in your relationship with God, whether that is in your education, whatever you're doing, be convicted by what you're doing. Don't just be swayed by what you see on social media. Yeah, be still and have actual conviction in what you're doing. That's
man.
it.
Word. I mean, I think I definitely would say Psalm 37. I believe the verse is 15. Don't quote me on that. It's definitely 37 though.
We will
okay?
fact check.
We will fact check.
Fact
37,
check.
37 something. Okay. But it definitely was like it was saying, commit your ways to the Lord, trust in Him, and He will do this. And I think this is just kind of a reminder. So, yes, God will do it. All the plans, all the goals that you've set, like He will do it. But commit your ways, to Him. Perhaps what you wrote down is not what He wants you to do. But the minute you commit your ways to Him and you trust Him, then you'll be able to kind of find out. So this year, like, don't leave God out. Commit your ways to Him.
Yeah.
So I definitely say like that would be my encouragement and just kind of like a word for everyone listening. And also fact check the sermons. We just said that.
Yeah, go and study the word for yourself. Thank you.
Yeah, for me, I think it's gonna be a word for this year, unleashed. I feel so strongly about it. There is purpose over your life, and I want you to walk in 2024 knowing that, believing that, understanding that there's purpose over your life. And when someone has purpose over their life, they move in a certain way. They move with an understanding that God wants me to do a particular thing. God wants me to do this in this season. And I want you to be able to look at your life and ask yourself, am I moving in purpose, or am I moving just for the sake of whatever comes my way? Am I moving by the wind? Am I blown by anything that comes my way? So there is purpose over your life, and you need to move in that conviction that God has put a certain... God requires of you something that needs to be done over your life, and look for that thing and go for it. Some of you have certain dreams that you've been talking about for a very long time, but in this 2024, no grief for laziness, no grief for lack of consistency.
Procrastination.
That's the word.
No grief for, I'm tired,
No, that
go
was
for
very-
it. There is purpose over your life, and find that purpose and go for it.
Man, that's
the
beautiful.
word.
I feel like everyone has kind of preached a bit today.
Come on now.
But honestly, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys so much for watching. We are really excited for season 2, and we're excited for what God has in store for this podcast as well. And we hope to hear your opinions as well. Share below, what are you looking forward to do a bit more in this 2024. Like let's keep each other
talk.
accountable.
Yes.
Let's all be unleashed in our
Together.
various sectors. But thank you all for watching, and we will see you guys at the next episode.
Quick shout out to the church. If you're based in Manchester,
Yes.
Manchester.
if you are based in Manchester,
Poseidon has a message for you.
We all have a message for that. If you're based in Manchester and hey, you're looking for a local church to join, please, Piccadilly PIWC would love to welcome you.
Yes.
And so come join us. If you're not in Manchester and you join services online, we have services online as well. You can join us. So that's it. Have a
great time, and we will see you in the next episode.
We'll see you.
Bye.